Hey guys, it's Alicia. Today I thought I would do my first ever what I eat in a day. My husband and I just recently started back up with Weight Watchers, the MyWW plan. I guess it's actually not called Weight Watchers anymore, but that's what we still call it. We are doing the green plan, and on that plan I get 30 SmartPoints a day, and so I thought I would show you how I use those SmartPoints. Now, I also intermittent fast. I've been doing that for almost 2 years, and I absolutely love it. I do a 16-8 or roughly a 16-8. Usually I stop eating at around 8 o'clock at night, and then I don't eat again until probably anywhere between 12 and 2. So I do not do breakfast. What I do for breakfast is coffee. I have to have my coffee or I am not going to be functioning. So I do coffee every morning, and this donut shop coffee I am really enjoying right now and have been for a while. It's very comparable to the name brand. We get this at Sam's Club, and it's just the Members Mark brand, but love that coffee. So the point of intermittent fasting is to not eat anything during your fasting window. And basically that just means you're not supposed to ingest any type of calories whatsoever. So I do that pretty much. The one place where I cheat is with my coffee in the morning, because I cannot drink black coffee. I've tried, I just can't do it. So I have to put a little bit of something in my coffee, and what I have been using is this Coffee Mate sugar-free coffee creamer in Italian sweet cream. It is really good, and it only has 15 calories per serving. Now, the serving is a tablespoon, which is not a whole lot of creamer, but I'd rather have that than nothing at all. So I will put in a tablespoon of that just to give my coffee a little bit of flavor. And as you can see here, I measure it out to make sure I'm not going over that tablespoon, because a tablespoon is not a lot. And if you're just pouring it in, you're probably going to pour more than that. Also, a tablespoon of this creamer on Weight Watchers is 0 points, which is also very nice. If you bump it up to 2, it then becomes a point. So I just keep it at the 1, and then I don't have to count it as any points. So my breakfast is 0 points, which is very nice. I also try to drink about a gallon of water every day, and this Hydro Flask right here holds 64 ounces, so that's half of a gallon. And so if I can get 2 of these drank in a day, then I feel like I'm doing pretty good. And this just makes it really easy to carry this water bottle around with me. It keeps my water nice and cold, and I also like the color of it because I love my teal. In addition to water, I've been really loving green tea lately, especially this stuff from Costco. It's a Kirkland brand. It's really good. And I've been drinking this for years, but just recently I've gotten back into it, and I kind of had forgotten how much I love it. So I will have at least 1 cup of this every day, usually more though. It just kind of depends on how much water I'm drinking, but I definitely love this green tea and recommend it. So it's 12:30 and it is lunchtime for me, and I'm going to be making one of my favorite things, which is avocado egg salad. And it starts with plain Greek yogurt, and I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup of this, and that is only 1 point. I absolutely love Greek yogurt, and I love using it for all kinds of things. And now that I've officially started back up with Weight Watchers, it is really a great ingredient to use for a lot of things because it is so low in points. So next up, I'm going to be putting in a little bit of mustard, and I don't measure any of this stuff out. I just kind of eyeball it, and I've made this stuff so many times that, yeah, I don't measure. That right there is apple cider vinegar. I like to add a little splash of that in here just for kind of a tanginess. And I actually probably added a little too much that time, but like I said, I don't measure, and it's kind of different every single time I make this. Next up is avocado. Now that's a half. I use a 1/4 of an avocado, and that is 3 points for a 1/4. I wish avocados weren't so high in points because I love them and they're healthy, but for whatever reason, they're high in points. So I used to actually make this with a half, and I've cut it down to just a 1/4 of an avocado. It definitely tastes better with more, but I don't want to have 6 points worth of avocado in here. And here I'm adding a little garlic to this. Now, I love garlic, that's why I'm putting this in here. You can use whatever type of seasonings you want. I've used dill before, but I've just kind of simplified it to the garlic. And then here is a little fresh ground pepper. I love pepper. And a little bit of salt. And that's pretty much all I put in this anymore. Like I said, I used to put a lot of different stuff in it, but I just wanted it to be as simple as possible. So that's all I put in for seasoning. Next, I just kind of mash all this together, and you just want to mix it and mash it until you get it to a nice creamy consistency and everything is all incorporated together. Next up, I add 2 hard-boiled eggs, and I just chop these up into kind of small pieces. And this paring knife was definitely not the best choice to use for chopping an egg up because it didn't work very well. But I really need to get myself one of those egg slicers. That would make my life easier. But I just slice these up and then I add them to the mixture. And then I love onion, so I always add a little bit of onion to this. You definitely don't have to, but like I said, I love onion and I put onion in all kinds of things. So I just slice a little bit of this up, add it into the egg mixture, and then mix it up real well. So with the 1 point for the yogurt, 3 points for the avocado, and 4 points for the egg, that is a grand total of 8 points for that avocado egg salad. I used to eat this with chips, but now I use cucumbers because obviously chips have points and cucumbers don't. Cucumbers are 0. So I will take a cucumber and I usually use about half of one of these. I wash it up and slice it up, and the slices work really well to kind of just dip into this. Another great way to eat this is on a sandwich, but again, that's more points with the bread, so I've just kind of gotten used to eating it with the cucumber slices. So I'm also going to be having a little bit of cottage cheese. I absolutely love this cottage cheese. It's not exactly low in points. It's 3 points for a half cup, but I still eat it almost every day just because I love it so much. And it does have 13 grams of protein, as you saw there. I use my scale to weigh out a lot of stuff just because I think it's more accurate than measuring cups. So I will get myself a bowl, zero the scale out, and then I will weigh the cottage cheese out to make sure I'm not going over what the serving size is. And the serving size is, like I said, half cup or 105 grams. So I'm a little OCD here, and I'm getting it exactly at 105 grams. And as you can see here, a serving size is not a whole lot, but I do find this very satisfying. So like I said, I usually have it every day. I'm also having a couple of mandarin oranges. I love these things, and those are 0 points. I usually have a Mountain Dew every day with my lunch too, and I know that's not good for you, but that's kind of one of my vices, and it is 0 points, so I kind of let myself have that every day. So here is what my first meal of the day or lunch looks like, and it comes in at a total of 11 points. By this point in the day, I'm usually pretty hungry, but this really does satisfy me, this specific lunch, and so I have this quite a bit. I don't always have a snack, but when I do, a lot of times I like to have one of these protein shakes. They are only 2 points, and they're 30 grams of protein, and they don't taste too bad either. So they definitely are a nice little snack and a way to kind of fill you up if you're feeling a little hungry. These come in multiple flavors, and I get ours at Sam's Club because that is one of the cheapest places I've found to buy them. Costco also sells them at a pretty good price too. So for dinner tonight, I'm having a little bit of this chicken sausage, mushroom and pasta casserole. This stuff is so good. It is 10 points a serving, and I will have a recipe video up on this very soon. We absolutely love this. It is one of our go-tos. So I'm having that. I'm also having just some veggies with this. A salad would definitely go great with this, but I don't have any low-calorie dressing, so I'm just having veggies. And then I'm also having one of these sparkling ice grape raspberry drinks. I love these things. Get these at Sam's, and they have 0 sugar, as you can see, and also 0 points. So I don't have these every night, but occasionally I will have those with my dinner. Otherwise, I would just be having water. Now for dessert, I'm gonna have one of these pure protein chocolate salted caramel bars. They are pretty good, really. They've got a slight protein flavor to them, as stuff with protein does, but overall, I think they're pretty tasty. They kind of hit that sweet craving too, and it's almost like having a candy bar without having a candy bar. So I enjoy these, and this particular flavor comes in at 6 points. So my total for the day was 29 points used, with 1 remaining, and that's pretty typical for me. I'm sure I could find something to use that last point on, but I'm full, so I'm going to call it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.